Aloha Sicilians, welcome to episode 46 of This Night in Stars. For this week's episode, I am going to be reviewing the movie Ralph Breaks the Internet, which I recently watched with my friend Katie. As always, there will be no clips of the actual movie because I don't want to get sued for copyright. Without giving too much away, the main plot of the movie is that Vanellope's arcade game breaks, so she accompanies Ralph into the internet in order to fix her game, and it's all the escapades that happen along that journey. So some of my favorite elements about the movie were their symbolism. They had really good use of that in the movie, and I also really liked how strong the friendship was between Vanellope and Ralph. Like, you can see the emotions very clearly in a lot of the scenes. I also really liked all the internet references. They weren't over the top, but they were very, very accurate. I would say my favorite scenes from the movie are anything where the Disney princesses were involved, because they're very awesome characters in this movie. They're hilarious, they're strong, they're brave. That time they saved Ralph, not to go into too much detail, but that was an awesome setup that they made. I don't really have that much to say about the movie, but overall it was very, very good. I recommend you go see it if you haven't, and I think I'll give it a solid 8 out of 10. So I also got her to review it, so the next clip you're going to see is her much more detailed review.
We apologize for the audio. Having just seen the movie, Ralph Breaks the Internet, which I still think would be better as Ralph Breaks the Internet rather than Breaks the Internet, so I'm referring to it as Breaks because continuity. Anyone? Anywho, where Wreck-It Ralph couldn't really go into a lot of video game references simply because they didn't have the time and they didn't know whether or not this was going to be a hit or not. Ralph Breaks the Internet does. It's already shown to be a good movie, and unsurprisingly, I know this is probably going to be said by a million other people, Alan Tudyk rocks no matter what, and especially at side characters. Apparently, no matter what, he still rules at them. That being said, the story is quite interesting, and they managed to pack in a lot of symbolism and irony in such a short film. There's surprisingly a little bit of a comment on the difference between physical insecurities and mental insecurities, which I think is actually incredibly interesting, particularly in what we've been seeing build off of this year's pretty much juggernauts, this year's and past year's juggernauts of huge ideas of representing human conditions in movies. We didn't see that a lot in like the Disney Renaissance. It was more about romance or old stories being told anew, but here we're actually getting a lot of newer stuff that's being repeated and thought on. And I love the way they write each of the individual characters. Shanker's entire crew is absolutely beautiful, and even though you don't get to see a lot of them, Shanker herself is written as a very well-rounded and genuinely good person. And I love the idea how they continue to build on this idea that there's a difference between video game characters as they present themselves to us, the humans, the viewers, and how they present themselves to other video game characters. And they set that up really well in regards to Shanker's and the other new people. Another thing you notice here is that there is a lot more symbolism. But if you can pick them out, there are a couple that do build off of previous symbols. For example, that little heart cookie. Thank you for building on that. At the same time, the film is great as a standalone film, and it's actually a beautiful sequel either way because it builds the world and it makes a lot of sense. There are some sequels out there where you're just like, really? What were you thinking? Kind of like what were we thinking when we decided to do this on a windy day? Solid 7 out of 10. It's not a masterpiece that everyone must see, but it's a good, enjoyable movie. The jokes land, and it's enjoyable to watch through.
that concludes this video. So if you enjoyed, please drop a like down below. Subscribe if you're new so you don't miss future content. Follow me on my social medias, and aloha till next time.